Okay, students, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nice meeting you again with my Meka's video. Come again with my material reading for academic purposes on the topic of critical analytical for quantitative and qualitative study. But on today's video, my Meka just focus on the quantitative study first, not on a qualitative study. The qualitative study will be on the next video. Okay, students, today this one, Nameka will continue from this. The guidelines for critical and quantitative research study, we can try to translate in bahasa by using petunjuk dalam mengkritisi penelitian kualitatif. Okay, jadi there are two versions in bahasa and also in English. So there are some questions here that we can use to check the article. To check an article, so we are going to give critics and also try to review by using the template of this question. From the first, we are going to know from the elements influencing the believability of the research. Kita akan mengetahui dari unsur-unsur penelitian yang akurat, yang dipercaya, itu ada 3 elemen, ada 3 unsur yang paling urgent, yang paling penting gitu ya, dan itu terdiri dari writing style and then title and an abstract. Okay, this is the the first element or that should be on the article. Okay, yang pertama unsur yang harus ada di dalam artikel adalah ini. Okay, we are going to look at the English version and also in bahasa version. Okay, in gaya menulis, there are 2 questions, and then in judul 1 question, and then in ringkasan there is only 1 question. Ada pertanyaan 1 juga. Okay, dalam gaya menulis kita punya 2 pertanyaan, yaitu apakah artikel tersebut tertulis dengan baik, ringkas, gitu ya? Apakah artikel tersebut tersusun, tertata dengan rapi, kemudian yang pertanyaan kedua untuk judul, apakah judulnya jelas, tepat, tidak ambigu, gitu ya. Kita akan mencoba memberikan contohnya di mana judulnya itu. Kemudian ringkasan itu abstraknya, gitu ya. Apakah di dalam abstraknya itu sudah ada sampelnya, sudah ada tentang masalah penelitiannya, tentang metodologinya, temuan dan rekomendasinya. Okay, we are going to look at the example. Kita akan melihat contohnya, this one. This is the article, Meka's article taken from JET Journal of English Education and Teaching. The abbreviation is JET, gitu ya. Singkatannya adalah JET. And we can see from the writing style here, of course the writing style should follow the template from the journal. Harus mengikuti template dari jurnalnya. Huruf apa yang harus dipakai, gitu ya. Itu template-nya sudah ada. From each journal has got different template. Oke, jadi template masing-masing jurnal itu akan berbeda. Jenis hurufnya juga akan berbeda, gitu ya. The style of the words and also the size of the words will be different, in one journal to the other journal. Okay, so you have to download the template first before you are going to write, Okay, and now this is the writing style from JET, and then here I have checked the written here with the Grammarly checker, we can check the grammar, that the grammar is good or not, we can check with the application Grammarly. Okay, that from the Grammarly here I have checked that the writing here, the style of writing is good, especially on a grammar. Okay, students, this is the answer for the writing style, and we look at the other. Okay, in this template of the article, the template of the article consists of the title, the abstract, and then the content. The content of the article consists of 5 aspects. There are an introduction, a research methodology, the results, the discussion, and the last will be conclusion and suggestion. And the final parts of the template will be on references. References pasti sudah harus ada ya. Namanya daftar pustaka, yaitu sitasi-sitasi yang diambil itu harus ada di references. And then for the next slide, we can take a look from the title now. Sekarang kita akan melihat judulnya. The title is clear. I think that this is the correlation. It's very simple. The correlation between student digital literacy and English communicative competence. This is a quantitative study, ya. Ini adalah penelitian kuantitatif because this is a correlation by using a statistical analysis, dengan menggunakan analisis statistical, clear, accurate, and unambiguous. With two variables here, dengan menggunakan dua variabel, yaitu students digital literacy and English communicative competence. Ya. Jadi variabelnya sudah ada dua itu, jelas ya. And this is the first author and then the second author. Yeah, this is my students from English Education Department, English Education Study Program of Sultan Agung Islamic University. We can take a look at the abstract now. Kita akan melihat abstraknya sekarang. The abstract consists of research problem here. This is the research problem. The research problem, the study pointed to discover the correlation. This one, this is the research problem. And the methodology, The methodology, the study used a closed-ended questionnaire and open-ended interview as the instrument for a correlational investigation that was linked to a quantitative study. This is methodology, So, this is the answer, from the concept of methodology yang abstrak. Jadi abstrak ada metodologinya, yaitu quantitative study. And then the sample here, we can see the sample, the participant in the study. The participant in the study were semester Unisula English Education understood studies. Jadi semester 4 yang menjadi sampel. Kemudian this is the results of the study. The result of the study reveal a circling between the students' digital literacy and English communicative skill. It was established that the correlational coefficient value were less than the table score of this one. This is about the the analysis, with the result. And then the recommendation will be here. Although the correlation was weak, ini rekomendasinya. Digital literacy had an essential impact on the student English communicative competence. Jadi walaupun korelasinya lemah, tetapi tetap berpengaruh, berpengaruh pada kemampuan komunikasi berbahasa Inggris. This one. This is on the part of title and the abstract. Now we come to the next one. The next elements will be on the purpose, logical consistency, and then literature review, theoretical framework, and then aims, objective evaluation, question, and hypothesis. This is on the same part, we can see two sections of the questions here in English and in Indonesia. You may read for a while about the translation in Bahasa and also in English. We can see there are 5 aspects in Bahasa. This is tujuan penelitian, and then konsistensi berlogika, and then tinjauan pustaka, and then kerangka teori, kerangka secara teori, jadi kerangka teori itu bisa, and then tujuan, sasaran, pertanyaan penelitian, dan hypothesis. We are going to find from the article about the 5 elements here, We can look from the article. Now, see from the article, in the part of introduction, we can see the purpose of a research problem will be here on the part of introduction. Jadi di bagian introduction itu masih ada the purpose, Jadi the purpose-nya jelas tertulis, the purpose of the study is to raise awareness for lecturer that the digital literacy can be used as a medium for them to teach students about English communicative competence. And the study also wants to warn the students that when to have the help of technology in the educational fields, it actually can help can help them in mastering their English communicative competence then better. Okay, this is the purpose of the research problem. Yeah, this is the purpose. Yeah, focus on the purpose. And then the logical consistency here means that the writers were constructing the instrument as a tool. It means the logical consistency here, the way how the writer took the population. Jadi bagaimana cara mengambil instrumennya, apakah tahapannya benar gitu ya, tahapan untuk mengambilnya ya. Jadi di sini penulisnya mencoba untuk membuat instrumen dulu ya, untuk membuat alat ya, membuat alat instrumennya untuk mengumpulkan data. Nah, ini step-stepnya di logical consistency, still on the part of introduction. Kemudian lanjut ya, kita lanjutkan, that is about literature review. Literature review and theoretical framework. Okay, I give this one a sign. There are two variables on the title. Di judulnya tadi ada dua variabel ya. Jadi yang pertama, the first is digital literacy, and then the second is English competence. So, literature review here berarti still on the part of introduction. Karena template-nya itu hanya introduction, kemudian masuk ke riset methodology. Jadi literatur review-nya itu masuk dalam part of introduction. Apa itu literature review-nya? Based on the variable of the title. Jadi literatur review-nya, tinjauan pustakanya harus mengikuti variabelnya. Jadi variabelnya apa yang dicari, kalian harus mencari teorinya. Nah, this one, Memeka will try to show literature review will be on digital literacy and also English competence and English communicative competence. Jadi literature review-nya ada 3, gitu ya. English competence-nya masuk, juga English communicative competence. Ada 2 ya, 2 variabel, tetapi untuk English-nya dijelaskan dulu, gitu ya, baru masuk ke English competence. Nah, seperti itu. So, from this example, we took the review from Frankel 2016, and then Buckingham 2016, and then Tejedor, yeah, 2020, yeah, and also IHAN 2019. Okay, you can find the literature review, yeah, from the previous study, 10 years before, yeah, dari 10 tahun sebelumnya, jangan lebih dari 10 tahun, ya, as the literature review. This is the proof, yeah, that the literature review, so you can answer the question about the literature review based on this article. And then theoretical framework. Theoretical framework is the theory. The theory here almost the same, that the theory will be will focus, yeah, almost the same with review and theoretical framework, because both of them talks about the theories, yeah. The theories from the 2 variables. Jadi menggunakan teori dari 2 variabel itu juga. Jadi teori dari digital literacy sama teori English communicative competence, karena variabel yang dibicarakan itu, ya. Jadi korelasi hubungan antara 2 variabel tersebut. Okay, this is the part of introduction with some elements, yeah, and then next we come to the next elements. That is still on part of introduction, but the elements will be on aims, research question, and hypothesis. We can see here all of them will be in the same aspect, yeah. This study aim to explore the correlation. This is the aim or objective. Jadi tujuannya itu aim sama objektif itu sama, ya. Kemudian research question. The research question will be here. The writer would like to find out whether or not the massive improvement of technology will be able to help students in learning. This is the research question. Or we can also say as hypothesis. Okay, kita bisa menyebutkan karena di sini ada whether or not, ya atau tidak, gitu ya, bisa menemukan ya atau tidak, gitu ya. Jadi apakah penulis itu the writer would like to find out apakah teknologi itu bisa membantu pembelajaran dari siswa. Berarti kalau bisa membantu berarti hypothesisnya oke, kalau tidak bisa berarti itu ya positif and negatif, gitu ya, positif and negatif, gitu ya. Jadi kalau di correlation itu nanti correlationnya itu ada kata strong, ada kata weak, gitu ya. Jadi correlationnya bagaimana? Sangat kuat sekali hubungannya, berarti strong, gitu ya. Kalau weak berarti ada hubungannya tetapi lemah. Nah, seperti itu. Okay, this is the proof that this article consists of the A, yeah. And then for the next part, yeah, the next element will be on the sample, ethical consideration, operation definition, instrumentation, procedure, and variables. Yeah, you can read yourself about the translation in English and also in Bahasa Indonesia. Okay, you can check. You can check the translation first, read carefully, yeah, and then you can see this is from the sample and variable. If we talk about the sample up to variable, so it means we come to the second part of the article, that is on the research of methodology or method of research. Okay, bisa disebut method of research atau research methodology. Okay, in this part, we can see the sample, but there is no explanation about inclusion or exclusion in this article. Tapi di artikel ini tidak ada penjelasan inklusi atau eksklusi ya. And also we thought the explanation that this sample is in probability or non-probability. Dan juga tidak ada penjelasan di sini bahwa sampelnya pakai probability atau non-probability ya. Okay, the sample here just take the statement by 42 fourth semester student. Jadi sampelnya itu hanya dengan menggunakan populasi 42 orang ya, mahasiswa gitu ya, di semester 4 yang terbagi menjadi 2 kelas gitu ya. And then the writers then took 51% of the student from both classes to become a sample. Jadi 51% saja yang diambil ya sebagai sampelnya. Jadi the total sample will be 22 students consisting of 14 students of E1 and then 8 students of E2 class. Jadi diambil 51%, 14, 8 gitu ya. And then the open-ended closed questionnaire. Okay, this is the instrument. Okay, kalau ini sudah masuk di instrument, kalau ini masih still population ya, sampelnya. Jadi sampelnya harus difokuskan pada siapa. Okay, this is on the part of methodology, itu sampel. Okay, masih masuk still about the part of research methodology. We talk about instrumentation and variables. Okay. You can see here the instrument of the study. There are so many description about the instrument. Yeah, this is talk about the instrument with the theory of the instrument. Ya, jadi dengan teorinya dari instrumennya. Ya, kalau instrumen itu apa, research instrumen itu apa, kemudian penelitiannya menggunakan apa. Ya, the research instrument of this article use questionnaire. The questionnaire was given to the student who become the sample of the study. Ya, jadi yang diberikan adalah questionnaire ya. Accumulating the data. Ya, kemudian di sini the researchers arrange questionnaire based on Likert skills. Jadi questionnaire-nya bentuknya adalah Likert skills, yaitu instrumentation. Okay. And talking about the variable, you can see here still on the metodologi ya, masih di bagian metodologi, bahwasanya variabelnya it was measuring, berarti kita mengukur student digital literacy toward their English communicative competence. Jadi kita mengukur kemampuan literasi digital dari mahasiswa ya, hubungannya dengan kemampuan untuk berkomunikasi dengan bahasa Inggris. Jadi mereka itu apakah sangat berhubungan yaitu ya, kalau dia mahir dalam digital literacy apakah English komunikatifnya baik ya, kalau tidak memiliki pengetahuan literasi dalam digital apakah dia kemampuannya buruk. Nah, seperti itu. Okay, we are going to look at this article about this is the variable. Okay, now next the next question will be the data analysis result, discussion and references. You can take a look here about the the translation in bahasa and this is in English. You can read carefully by yourself about the translation in bahasa. So it will be clear for you to understand. Yeah. Okay. So from here, Memeka will show you the complete one of the article. Memeka will stop here for the PowerPoint, and Memeka will show you about the results and the discussion and also the references. This one, this is what I can share. Yeah, look at this. And this is the result. Yeah. Okay, I will make it bigger. Starting from this, the point, the template consists of results and discussion. We have divided into two sections, the results itself and then continue to the discussion. Jadi dibagi dua, tidak dijadikan satu walaupun bagiannya jadikan satu. Jadi we divided the results first. We have to write down the results and then the discussion. This is how to write the results. The results started from counting the validity and the reliability of the questionnaire. Jadi hasil yang diceritakan di artikel itu dimulai dari hasil ketika kalian mencari validitas sama reliabilitas dari instrumen yang Anda pakai. Okay. So the validity here with statistical validity dengan menggunakan SPSS. Jadi kuesionernya tadi setelah diberikan kepada partisipan, kemudian dihitung dengan SPSS. Apakah valid tadi instrumennya? This is the checker. The internal validity of test is determined by test retest reliability. Jadi di sini validity-nya menggunakan test retest, gitu ya. Jadi calculate the validity instrument, the writer use statistical validity. Jadi dua-duanya validity sama reliability semuanya menggunakan SPSS, gitu ya, karena memang quantitative study, gitu ya. Dan ini hasil dari SPSS-nya, reliability-nya menggunakan Cronbach alpha, Kemudian the validity dari questionnaire itu kalian kalau kuesioner bisa menggunakan dari validity-nya from the expert judgment, yaitu expert judgment-nya can be the English teacher, can be the supervisor, the English supervisor, berarti boleh pembimbing dosennya yang bisa mengecek validitas dari kuesioner, Jadi kuesionernya bisa dicek oleh the expert judgment. Kalian bisa memilih expert judgment-nya can be the English teacher at the school or the supervisor, atau boleh pembimbingnya, dosen pembimbingnya, gitu ya, untuk mengecek kuesionernya. Okay, this one. And this is after the validity, we come to the reliability by statistical analysis. Okay, then this is also the reliability of the English communicative competence, and this one, the reliability of digital literacy. Okay, you can see the results here, the normality test of the data. Kalian harus mengecek tes normal, normality test of the data. Jadi datanya itu normal atau enggak, by using SPSS program with Kolmogorov-Smirnov. Okay, this one. And how to read? You can see here, the results. That significant to tell. The significant to tell here so 0.200 up to this is the significant to tell. So it means 0.200 itu lebih besar dari 0.05. So indicating that the samples were normal. Jadi ini ada ukurannya, kalau significant to tell-nya itu lebih besar dari 0,05 berarti datanya normal. Kemudian analisisnya dari correlation, Jadi kita menggunakan analisis correlation dengan menggunakan Pearson's product moment. Yaitu nih, jadi kalian harus menuliskan result yang lengkap sekali, Pearson product moment-nya, kemudian baru dijelaskan hasil Pearson product moment-nya bagaimana, Yeah, with the connection between student digital literacy and English communicative skill. You can see here, you can see here, ya ada di data sini was 0 point Pearson correlation ya. Jadi ada ditunjukkan di sini Pearson correlation 0.350 ditulis di sini. Ya, oke, this one. Findings suggest that the student digital literacy and English communication are linked. Jadi, even though there is a correlation between student digital and English communication was a weak between those two variable. Jadi, ini masih dianggap lemah Pearsonnya, ya. Jadi, Pearson correlation-nya itu lemah. Jadi ada tabelnya, gitu ya, untuk menunjukkan, gitu ya. Jadi there is a table of Pearson correlation, gitu ya, tidak dicantumkan di sini karena ada tabelnya tersendiri. Yang lemah itu sekitar rentang berapa, yang kuat rentang berapa, gitu ya. Tapi kalau untuk yang ini, itu Pearson-nya seperti ini berarti lemah, gitu ya. Levelnya adalah level ini, significant levelnya adalah 0.432. Harusnya 5%-nya adalah 0.432. Itu 5%-nya. Nah, kalau ini berarti dia sudah termasuk kuat. Karena ini di bawah, gitu ya. Karena Pearson-nya ada di bawah berarti ada hubungannya tetapi lemah, gitu ya. Karena di bawahnya ini lebih kecil dari ini, gitu ya. Oke, itu results. Kemudian ini discussion. Nah, the discussion here, you need to discuss again. Kamu harus mendiskusikan ulang hasil yang kamu hasilkan dari 20 kuesioner yang kamu berikan tadi, ya, ditulis di sini. Ya, hasilnya valid. Nah, ini valid, gitu ya. Kalau valid itu kuesioner tandanya bagaimana. Nah, itu juga termasuk hasil, gitu ya. Kemudian didiskusikan, diceritakan lagi di sini, gitu ya. Okay, you can read by yourself. Memeka will upload the link, ya, to download the article. Okay, this is the discussion, and at last, yang terakhir, this is about conclusion, suggestion, and this one, this is references. The references, it will be better for you to cheat, ya, untuk mengutip your lecturer or your supervisor's article. Jadi, mereka sarankan kalau besok menulis artikel bisa mengutip, ya, tulisan dari dosennya. Oke. Jadi yang setopik, ya, yang setema, misalnya temanya ya digital literacy, ya boleh mengutip dari punyanya Memeka ini, misalnya digital literacy. Kemudian bisa mengutip yang lain, yang reading, misalnya take the another article, ya, ambil artikel yang lain yang untuk bisa dikutip. Begitu, ya. Okay, the references here, if you need to upload in a journal, at least you have 20 references, at least, ya. Sedikitnya di sini ada 20 referensi yang bisa dikutip untuk dimasukkan ke jurnal. Okay, this is for my explanation, student, related to quantitative study, yeah, and also how to critique, yeah. So you should try to read which one is the elements, and then you can write something. It is good or not. Okay. Thank you so much. This is for my explanation. You have to find the parts, yeah. And then for the next video, Memeka will refer for the qualitative study with the elements of critical. Okay. Thanks a lot for today's meeting, and see you again on the next material. Thank you so much, students, and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.